Hi, welcome to Coaching Mayhem season, where your team's coach is probably losing his job right now, or you are looking for a new coach. So, to help your team with this transition, we have turned to the esteemed college football podcast. My brother, and me. Easily the funniest thing on the internet. Clearly, hands down, the funniest podcast. I think it's about the Stoops brothers. We're going to ask them right now some questions about your college football team.
Trapped inside this laptop.
Help! I'm made zeros and ones.
If you were looking to hire a football coach, what attributes come first in terms of things you value?
First is his name, Bobby Pruitt, the winningest coach of the 90s. That's right, Marshall's own Bobby Pruitt. If his name is Bobby Pruitt, that seems like a great start.
I can guarantee that fool's doing nothing right now except running a line of fairly unsuccessful steakhouses.
What are names for teams that haven't been used or really are underused in terms of things that could be or should be mascots?
How about like Gun? Like the New Orleans Guns, because
because Washington had the bullets, and that kind of was like half of the equation. But you're looking
that's
more
just a means to an end. What we're talking about is guns, maybe rifles or bazookas, anything lethal.
I personally really prefer the racist ones. Okay. They're getting rid of a lot of those, and I really like to see that. Seems like there's now fertile ground. Those URLs are just rotting, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the Cleveland Indians could really turn up the heat on their depiction of Native Americans. Like, they could really add some zest into how they depict that.
Where are all my wooden tobacco store chiefs?
Do you think there's a way to combine these two? Like, could we maybe take a racist Irish caricature and just give him a gun?
Yeah, sure.
I thought that's what Notre Dame's been doing this whole time, so
that is how they're number one right now.
Out of the league.
They're the fighting Irish, and before they were just kind of pugilistic. Now, it's straight up, they're out for blood.
It's warfare. It's 2012. That little leprechaun's on the streets trying to make a living.
Yeah, they're the ass-capping Irish now, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. Gritty, hotter than ever. If you had to invent a class, a fictional class, to give an illiterate college athlete credit, what would it be?
This is something that I always wonder why we don't break it down into some of the core skills. Like, why can he not have catching 102? Why can he not have sporting? It's just like maybe the rules. Honestly, if there was a class that taught you the rules of football, that might be something somebody else on this call might benefit from. Myself. If that was available, and he would do pretty well at that.
Sure. Can there just be a class called The Joys of Truancy? And then it's all about how great it is to not be in class. Spoiler alert, the final is you don't go to the class.
One more question for you. Say we, as a tandem, were offered the Kentucky coaching job. Can you sell us on living in the state of Kentucky?
Pitch the bluegrass state to us.
You will not meet people who are more judgmental of people that live within 15 minutes than West Virginians who live near Kentucky. Oh, Kentucky. No way. I mean, it's literally like the same weather forecast applies to us and much of Kentucky. And you would think it's a whole other country over there to hear some people talk.
Their teachers get paid much, much more than West Virginia's teachers. So I guess if you're a teacher, we're not really talking about that, though. Coaching is kind of like teaching.
Now,
right?
wait, do they still, is it like high school? Do they still make the coaches teach health?
Maybe that's the problem at Kentucky. That could be the problem with Kentucky football. Maybe Joker Phillips has been teaching trig this whole time.
But really, what you're telling us is that failures are more expensive in Kentucky than they are in West Virginia.
That is precisely and exactly what I'm saying. Also, their tobacco consumption rate is a little bit higher than West Virginia's, so they have that going. If you like snus, then I guess you are set for life.
Let's say that West Virginia, instead of Kentucky, had the Creation Museum. What do you think the differences would be if it made that move?
I don't think there's a museum you could get people in West Virginia to go to, frankly. I'm not sure. Even if it was about Jesus' miraculous power to kill dinosaurs and turn them into giraffes, I do not think you could get West Virginians into that museum.
What if it was just a bunch of paintings of Bob Huggins punching people?
I think they would have to be animated. I think we'd have to have some sort of GIF technology on the walls. I do not think that a West Virginia could sit still and just look at a still image for that long.
What if we put it inside a Sheetz convenience store?
Okay, what if you put it like printed it on the cheese on a sheet sandwich, and you had to eat your way to the art?
Why is Mona Lisa smiling? Oh, it doesn't matter. She's in your digestive tract.
And I think that is our one-step plan for saving Kentucky football. To recap, just put art in Tudor's biscuits.
Make sure that West Virginia and Kentucky combined have the most coal-polluted and yet aesthetic poop in all of these United States. Notice, gentlemen, we did not ask you about the Tennessee coaching vacancy because it's hopeless.
And also because you know that we have no idea literally what you are talking about and also have been talking about this whole time.
That's okay. Neither does anyone at Tennessee.
We have yet to know anything that we've ever talked about on this program. This has been a Shutdown Fullback, my brother, and me production. Please go check out their podcast immediately. Download every episode and listen to them all at once. You will die of sleep deprivation, but it will be worth it. It's the funniest thing on the internet. Thanks to you guys for coming aboard and explaining to us how college football coaching works.
Viva Bobby Pruitt.
Yeah. Is he still alive?
He is, as far as I know.